Miami. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 6. He'll get this up to the 29.
G. Stinger.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. On first down, back to Achane. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. The Dolphins hit 11-3 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Go ahead. Turbo 3, kick.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Come on, 2.
First down.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
All right, fellas, listen up.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. A give for Taylor running right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Taylor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Right side, there's Likely with it. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. Gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play with one of their own. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better. Can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Back to Taylor on first down. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Now Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well in the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. First and 10, Taylor now. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here now, 2nd and 4. Again, it's Taylor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the right side, this is Taylor. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. A solid stiff arm. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
On the quick.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On target to his man, Likely. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Jackson now. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
44. Ready.
Here's Tua.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. They go play action with Jackson. This is caught. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Jackson to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Ready. Hey, turbo one.
Now Achane on 1st and 10 to about the 40-yard line.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
You're right here.
Again, it's Achane.
And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
95 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 75. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that side. This defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
All right, come on.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd
Hey, come on, 2.
and 2.
Come on, 2. Come on, 2.
In motion left, Hill. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Tua going to throw. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Watch it, Oscar.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
A 3-yard loss brings up 2nd and 13.
Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 14. 23 yards the pickup there. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
At the 14-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
All right, fellas, listen up.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
Waddle, the motion man, right.
at the Ravens.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Turbo 1, Hive. Turbo 1, Hive. Out.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Hey, get set. East right, snows. G.
In motion, Hill. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. And to be frank, Charles, maybe they just got a little too cute there.
Not just a little too cute, but maybe a bit overconfident. It almost felt like they could dial up anything there and it would work. And they were going for a big hitter on that play, because you don't call that just to pick up short yardage. You're trying to take that one to the house.
They dug deep in the playbook. Probably wish they had not. This is 2nd and 8. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the... Now a give to Taylor. And now off to the races down the right side. Jonathan Taylor racing to the end zone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Ravens are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hamilton. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They'll run with Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Jackson will keep it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Hey, number one.
Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On play action, here's Tua. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. A big gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Yo.
They run once more with Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 224 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Rolling to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 45, Dolphins 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll go. Achane. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. They give to Taylor out of the gun, and he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.